Hello, this is Jonathan May with Connecting Christ. How wonderful it is to dream a dream. Think about how effortless success in your dream may seem. But how much greater is it to fight life through and say in the end, the dream was true. I want you to imagine a dragon chasing you, and you hear each step and the ground shaking, and you feel the heat from his fire. Or maybe you're snorkeling in an ocean reef. You see sharks swim by and all kinds of fish life and jellyfish, and they're glistening in the sun or the moonlight. And so we're looking at our ability to imagine, our brain's ability to imagine and to dream. We're going to talk about dreams today, and one of the important things is the revelation we're going to get, but the important thing is to dream big, keep dreaming, and we're going to understand why God gave us the ability to dream. So God speaks to us through dreams, and he shows us things through dreams. Dreams help us identify that we are made in the image of God. If we can create entire worlds, entire existences in our dreams without saying a word, imagine what God can do in this world in the same way, just uttering a word. That's how he created our world. Our dreams display our likeness to God. Dreams show the capacity that God has given us. The capacity is given us in our imagination, how powerful our brain is, and how untapped our brain's potential and power really is. Imagine how incredible our mind is to create imaginary sensations from each of our senses, like imaginary emotions like pain, fear, love, all instantaneously flowing throughout our dream. More realistic than watching a movie. God could have created us without dreams and without dreaming, but he dared to show us our own creative abilities to create worlds in our imagination, how powerful our mind is, and how we can be like him, and how he can do things through words and through thoughts, just how we create through thoughts and words. Our creative abilities are so amazing and so incredible that it's indescribable. Science can't understand dreams. It can't explain, create, recreate dreams that people have. Science can't interpret our dreams or what it means or what God's saying through them. Like God, we can create different worlds in our dreams. In our dreams, we can do impossible things. Our minds have the ability to do things outside of science and the rules of this world. In the same way, we can manipulate a dream in our mind. God can just as easily manipulate and change this world for your benefit with a single thought or word. Realizing this powerful revelation, all I can do is be so thankful, so amazed, and look at how incredible our Creator is, how wonderful this world is, and how I love to be in his care. I love his design. I'm so thankful for it, and we're all so blessed. My personal testimony that's very special to me is that one night I had a dream, and I saw a daughter, my future daughter, and he told me what to name her, and he told me about her life. And experiences like this show the love of God and the masterful plan that he has. The beauty in preaching is I hope one day she sees this video and she knows that God he formed her and knew her before she was formed or known by me. Thus, keep dreaming, dream big, recognize your own potential and our likeness to God. Have great visions. God can do anything. As easily as you can manipulate your dream, God can manipulate this earth and manipulate reality. We see how dreams are used in the Bible by God to communicate with loved ones. Joseph had a dream that he would rise to power. Daniel had dreams that elevated him and helped him anticipate major crisis. Abimelech had a dream where God warned him not to sleep with Abraham's wife in Genesis 23. It says, "But that night God came to Abimelech in a dream and told him, 'You're a dead man, for that woman you have taken is already married.' But Abimelech had not slept with her yet, so he said, 'Lord, will you destroy an innocent nation? Didn't Abraham tell me she is my sister, and she herself, yes, he is my brother? I acted in complete innocence. My hands are clean. In the dream, God responded, "Yes, I knew you were innocent. That's why I kept you from sinning against me, and why I did not let you touch her. Now return the woman to her husband, and he will pray for you. He is a prophet. Then you will live. But if you don't return her to him, you can be sure that you and all your people will die." Next scripture is Jacob's dream. God changed his name to Israel. We serve the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And Jacob's children formed the 12 tribes of Israel. In Genesis 28:11 it reads, "Jacob found a stone to rest his head against and lay down to sleep. As he slept, he dreamt of a stairway that reached from the earth up to heaven. And he saw the angels of God going up and down the stairway. At the top of the stairway stood the Lord, and he said, 'I am the Lord, the God of your grandfather Abraham and your father Isaac. The ground you are lying on belongs to you. I am giving it to you and your descendants. Your descendants will be as numerous as the dust of the earth. They will spread out in all directions, to the west, to the east, to the north, to the south. And all the families of the earth will be blessed through you and your descendants. What's more, I am with you, and I will protect you wherever you go. One day I will bring you back to this land. I will not leave you until I have finished giving you everything I have promised you.'" Now remember, the promise came from Abraham to Isaac, to Jacob, to Jesus, and to you. So through Jesus, whether you're Gentile, whether you're originally Jew, the promise came to you. Next, God spoke to Laban in a dream in Genesis 31:22. 3 days later, Laban was told that Jacob had fled, so he gathered a group of his relatives and set out in hot pursuit. He caught up with Jacob 7 days later in the hill country of Gilead. But the previous night, God had appeared to Laban the Aramean in a dream and told him, "I'm warning you, leave Jacob alone." Next, God spoke to Joseph in a dream in Genesis 37:5. One night, Joseph had a dream, and when he told his brothers about it, they hated him more than ever. "Listen to this dream," he said. "We were out in the field, tying up bundles of grain. Suddenly my bundles stood up, and your bundles all gathered around and bowed low before mine." His brothers responded, "So you think you will be our king, do you? Do you actually think you will reign over us?" And they hated him all the more because of this dream and the way he talked about them. Soon Joseph had another dream, and again like his brothers, and again he told his brothers about it. "Listen, I have had another dream," he said. "The sun, the moon, the 11 stars bowed low before me." This time he told the dream to his father as well as his brothers. But his father scolded him. "What kind of dream is that?" he asked. "Will your mother and I and your brothers actually come and bow to the ground before you?" But while his brothers were jealous of Joseph, his father wondered what the dreams meant. Next, Solomon's dream communicating with God led to his blessings in 1 Kings 3:5. That night the Lord appeared to Solomon in a dream, and God said, "What do you want? Ask and I will give it to you." Solomon replied, "You showed great and faithful love to your servant my father David, because he was honest and true and faithful to you, and you have continued to show this great and faithful love to him today by giving him a son to sit on his throne. Now, O Lord, my God, you have made me king instead of my father David. But I am like a little child who doesn't know his way around, and here I am in the midst of your own chosen people, a nation so great and numerous they cannot be counted. Give me an understanding heart so that I can govern your people well and know the difference between right and wrong. For who by himself is able to govern this great people of yours?" The Lord was pleased that Solomon had asked for wisdom, so God replied, "Because you have asked for wisdom in governing my people with justice, and have not asked for a long life or wealth or the death of your enemies, I'll give you what you asked for. I will give you wise and understanding heart, as no one else has had or ever will have. And I will also give you what you did not ask for, riches and fame. No other king in all the world will be compared to you for the rest of your life. And if you follow me and obey my decrees and my commands as your father David did, I will give you a long life." Then Solomon woke up and realized it had been a dream. Next, the 3 wise men were warned in a dream not to return to Herod as he ordered them. He wanted to kill Jesus. In Matthew 2:10 it reads, "When it was time to leave, they returned to their own country by another route, for God had warned them in a dream not to return to Herod." So you see where God had guided them in their dream. Next was Pilate's wife. Pilate was the one who essentially was in charge of judging Jesus. Pilate ruled the land where Jesus was crucified in Rome, and Pilate was a Roman. In Matthew 27:19 it says, "Just then, as Pilate was sitting on the judgment seat, his wife sent him this message: 'Leave that innocent man alone. I suffered through a terrible nightmare about him last night.'" In conclusion, God's promises can come through dreams. Let his word take root. Ask him for revelation and wisdom and his knowledge. Ask for his love. Recognize his great design and creative powers. I pray for you. Dear Jesus, thank you for your creative design. Thank you for making us in your image. Bless all those under this voice. Fill them with your spirit. Fill them with your presence. Guide them. Show them your plans for their life. Show them your mercy. Communicate clearly, loudly, and directly with them. I pray they seek you, God. I pray they are chosen by you. God, I pray they love you with the love of David. And I pray this message helps to unite the church of Jesus Christ. In your holy, beautiful, sweet, wonderful name, Jesus. Thank you all. Have a great week. God bless you all.